Hi, it's Laura at Aquamarine Teen Tarot and Books. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Welcome or welcome back. This is a quick VR to the tag Unicorn Decks 23. This is a tag started by Honey Lou Wilson, and it's a tag that I first saw on Tarot Magpie. So I will link both of them below in the description box. The idea of Unicorn Decks 23 is to just share any of what we would consider unicorn decks from our wish lists that we received in the year 2023. I feel like this also necessitates sharing or clarifying, what constitutes a unicorn deck to me, since of course, for different folks, this is going to mean different things, and inevitably, a working understanding of what unicorn deck is to me is what would be determining which, if any, decks I would share in response to this tag. So, for me, a unicorn deck is one that has a sense of impossibility about it. Insofar as, unicorns have a real sense of impossibility about them to me. They're fantastical, right? And so to me, a unicorn deck is one that, for some reason, I feel like I'm not going to have join my collection and that I don't anticipate is going to join my collection unless something really kind of unexpected or unforeseeable happens, like a creator deciding to reprint a long out of print deck, for example. So for me, generally, a unicorn deck is going to be one that is out of print or otherwise difficult to get at the current time, that I therefore don't think that I will be getting, no matter how much I might love it, unless something changes. That's a unicorn deck to me. And I would say that based on that kind of criteria, two unicorn decks joined my collection in the year 2023. The first one is the Lubanco Tarot by E. Lubanco. This deck is out of print. It has been out of print for quite some time, and as such, I had pretty much, you know, resigned myself, we could say, to the idea that this would not ever be joining my collection, even though it's one that I really liked. And I kind of kicked myself for missing when it was in print. But it's been out of print for quite some time, and so I really didn't think that it would ever join my collection. And then it was announced that the creator had found some copies and that they were going to be put up for sale at a predetermined, publicly shared time on the shop website. I think Phoenix and Lotus hosted that sale of those last few decks. And even then, this remained a unicorn deck for me because I didn't obviously presume that I would necessarily be speedy enough on the computer to get one when they went up for sale. I figured that they would go really quickly. I also wasn't sure, because I don't think this was shared ahead of time. I wasn't sure what these were going to be selling for. If they would have been put up on the website, those remaining copies, for like $500 a piece or something, I would not have put one in a shopping cart. No chance. So I really wasn't sure, but I was excited and I managed to get one for what I remember being a fairly typical kind of indie deck price. Like, it wasn't really, really, really high compared to what other indie decks cost. So I feel very fortunate to have been able to get a copy of the Lubanco Tarot, which I did not expect to ever get in my collection, unless it got reprinted. I figured it would not be one that would be available. So I was really happy to get one. The other one that I'll say feels like a unicorn deck to me that I received in 2023 is the Tree Whisper Oracle by Maggie Black. And there are a few editions of this deck. I have the other edition as well. But this one had been out of print for quite some time, and I had admired it. A couple of friends have it, and I really liked it. It was a deck that, as a druid, I would love to have in my collection. And Maggie Black is a druid as well, and it feels very much like a druid created deck to me in a really clear way. So it was definitely one that is kind of on the unicorn wish list, the kind of wish list that, yes, I would love to add this to my collection, but it's not like one that I anticipate putting in a shopping cart anytime soon because it's not available, right? I don't think having it on my wish list means it's going to come to me, right? As a unicorn deck. So this one came back in print. The creator did a kind of call to see if there was interest in this deck and if there was enough interest to do another print run. So there was the opportunity to express interest in pre-ordering and to say, I am ready to pre-order, I'm ready to pay for a copy, I'm ready to order a copy if this goes ahead. And so at that point, again, no guarantees, there could have been insufficient interest. Who knows, right? But there was enough interest. My pre-order was accepted. I sent the funds that I had pledged for the deck and it came to me. So this is another one that I'm really excited and happy to have and that I've really been loving using, that I never thought as a unicorn deck that I would ever get to have in my collection. So that makes me very happy to get to enjoy this deck. I like the kind of personalities, if you will, that have been captured here. Some of the trees, they do look like they have faces in the ways that the kind of mirroring of the photography has been done. It's different, I like photography decks and nature photography decks in particular, but this is a bit of a different feel because of the ways the photos are manipulated and mirrored that I think is really interesting. I really love the long, narrow card size as well. Um, there's not many decks that have this kind of dimension. La Courte de Taroki, has a kind of dimensions like this, sort of not precisely the same, but that similar elongated size, and I really like it. So the um, the Tree Whisper Oracle is my other unicorn deck for 2023. Those are the two that I got, and I'm really happy about them. If you received any unicorn decks in 2023, or if you have any unicorn decks on your, unicorn wish list, do let me know in the comments. Love chatting about tarot and oracle decks always. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you well. Have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.